Is your cat's life boring? I hope not, but it may be. You see, indoor cats are often mislabeled or thought of as low maintenance pets. I know I used to think of having an indoor cat as low maintenance, just put some toys out, put some food out, and they'll be fine. That is furthest from the truth. And I learned a lot during my interview with Dr. Lynn Bahr, who shares why daily enrichment is critical for your indoor cat's happiness and well being and how something as simple as opening a door can just make their day. Here's why indoor cats need more stimulation. In the wild, when cats are outdoors, they have unlimited stimulation. They sniff new scents, they stalk bugs, chase shadows, constantly are exploring. But if you have an indoor cat, like I do, they have the same rooms, the same furniture, the same smells, the same toys every single day. That's why Dr. Lynn says we as cat parents have to step in and recreate that stimulation. That takes some time, that takes some intention, that takes some creativity. So cats are actually can be thought of as a little bit high maintenance. I'm going to share with you a clip of my interview with Dr. Lynn. She's going to give you some wonderful ideas on how to enrich your indoor cats' lives, especially if they do stay in all the time. You're going to learn some great things. So, watch this clip. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I'm using with my current cats, Niko and Milo. Let's just kind of dive right in. Many people think of cats as low maintenance pets. What do you think is the biggest misconception about keeping indoor cats happy and healthy?
Well, the whole topic of low maintenance pet is the myth itself.
Mm,
Indoor
mm,
cats are anything but, they're actually quite high maintenance. Indoor cats have been taken from outdoors where they had the freedom to roam and walk and exhibit their natural, normal instincts. And we put them in four walls and now enclose them in an environment that um, is somewhat reminiscent of a zoo or,
mhm,
housing, confined housing.
yeah,
And with that, we need to step in and now give them all the things that they're missing. And that's takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of imagination in order to accomplish that. So, indoor enrichment is essential for good health and well-being. It affects their health. It's we know stress and um, situations that impact us negatively will impact our health. And so I moved my focus from veterinary medicine, treating them medically, to really now treating them more holistically and looking at the whole household and making sure that cats indoors are given all the resources and important things that they need to stay healthy.
yeah. Thank you. For you mentioned that they're missing out on a lot of things by coming in from the outside. What are some of the things that our indoor cats are missing?
Well, the easiest ones and the first ones that I think that are essential is fresh air and sunshine.
Mm,
Indoor cats don't breathe fresh air, and that's something nobody really thinks about, but it's super important.
yeah,
In our home, they're breathing in the chemicals that we clean with, the chemicals that are on our sheets and our carpet and in our furniture. Um, they don't get a chance to really breathe fresh air. We also keep it climate controlled indoors. And so cats' coats and their whole rhythm is tied to the seasons. Yet indoors, we have the heat on in the winter, we have the air conditioning on in the summer, totally opposite of what is normal for a cat.
mm,
Um, just starting out with fresh air, that is essential, and it's the best tip I give to, pet parents is open the windows,
okay,
let cats have some fresh air.
yeah.
They don't know their environment, they don't know their neighborhood, they don't have any smells other than, like I said, what we cook, what we clean, what we bring inside.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I mentioned to you I had 2 previous senior cats that are no longer with us, and now I have 2 one-year-old cats. But now that I'm kind of studying this topic and, learning from all the great guests in this summit, I'm so aware of, like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't do this or that for my first 2 cats." Now I get to, provide almost, essentially a better life for my new cats, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this summit to actually learn and to provide
Right.
that information to other cat owners out there. Um, what is since my cats are still young and they're still, they're just 1 year old. Um, what is one simple enrichment idea that cat parents, besides opening the windows, what can we try today to improve the cat's quality of life?
So every day I ask myself, and more importantly, I think my cats ask me when they look at me, is what can I do different for them today?
Mm.
You know, every day is the same for them. It's the same four walls, it's the same furniture, it's the same schedule. Everything is just the same. If a cat were outdoors, they would be investigating their neighborhood. They'd be walking around. They would check out their house and see if other creatures had come into their territory. They're hunting. They're quite active. And yet in our homes, there's just the same thing every single day. So I'm always asking myself, what can I do different today? Whether it is opening up a closet door that they haven't been in, or it's bringing out a new toy, or it is figuring out a new game that we're gonna play. Every day, like I said, like, they'll be there looking at me, and that's when I go, "Oh, let's do something different today."
Yeah, I love that, and there's nothing like opening up a door to a cat that they
Exactly.
really, maybe they don't get to go in on a regular basis. They love that. Like, I open the door to my washer dryer, they're like, they wanna go right in there. "What's behind the door?" You know?
Exactly.
All right. Hope you enjoyed that clip of my interview with Dr. Lynn. Hope you had some great ideas on how you can stimulate your indoor cats, really enrich their lives, make them happier, make them more fulfilled. So, with my current cats, Niko and Milo, some of the things I'm doing, I'm giving them fresh air daily. I'm still not taking them outside. I live in the city, but I open 2 windows in different sides of my apartment every single day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. They love to rush over to that windowsill, breathe in the fresh air, and it really makes a difference in their mood. Number 2, I'm doing some kinda daily surprise access, so I've got some doors that I usually keep closed, closet doors, doors to the laundry room, things like that. So now I open at least one of those doors every single day. It's kind of a surprise for them. They can go explore, sniff around, see what's in and behind those doors. So they just love exploring these new spaces, even if they've been there before. And then, kind of these mini enrichment moments, I started asking myself Dr. Lynn's question, what can I do differently for them today? Sometimes it's a new toy, maybe it's just dragging a string across the floor. I love Dr. Lynn's product. She sells a wand that they've been playing with constantly. So we'll do this hunting sequence that we learned in one of my other videos with Dr. Rachel, where they're hunting for prey, then capturing it, then feeding them a reward after that. So they love playing with this wand. And so those are just a few of the things I'm doing daily to enrich my cats' lives. What about you? What's one small thing you could do today to enrich your cat's world? Or what are you doing? Would love to hear. Maybe I'll get some new ideas. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If this was helpful for you, if you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing to my channel. This helps kind of push out my videos out to more cat parents so we can enrich more cats' lives. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time.